this range. I mean, trade. I'm only looking for 60 pips. So,
Yeah.
But I think the big bets will be. Yeah, I don't think there'll be big bets on with this threat of tariffs.
What do you think's the likely outcome of July 9th at this point in time? It doesn't seem like a whole lot is exactly set in stone, does it?
So it seemed. I reckon Trump will probably back down because he won't like the market going through so much turmoil, but he will need to apply pressure. He won't want to give in easily, thinking that these people that just don't negotiate because they think he'll extend. But most likely he'll put some pressure on them. Say he's gonna here's open here. Say he's gonna tariff them, then likely he will back down, but not unless putting a bit of pressure. And then they're talking about Labor Day, which is in November, I think, to give them more time to get these deals. When is Labor Day?
Yeah, right.
Labor Day, without a U, isn't it? 2025.
Yeah, for the Americans.
September. Sorry, September 1. So it gives them a couple more months. Yeah, so I reckon there'll probably be an extension. So initially, I think it could push up, then the threat of the tariff crap come in, crash the Europe a bit. Maybe money flows into the US equities. If we start seeing, depends if we start seeing US strength. If we don't see US strength, then if we keep on seeing US dollar weakness, then I think European equities is going to be the place to be because of to buy European equities, you buy euros, and if euros goes up against the US dollar, then that's going to be two ways you make money. But if we start seeing US strength, then we could see money coming back out, profit taking. So I think there's a good chance. Yeah, but if the US signals recession as well, that'll bring money back into the US, which is kind of counterintuitive, but if you think if the US signal that they're in trouble, Europe will be 10 times worse.
Right. With the US now with his new big spending bill, would be unlikely for them to slip into recession with that amount of spending, would it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Devaluation of the US dollar, though. So it doesn't have
Which
to be a
he wants.
recession.
But
Yeah. So if you're gonna be growing, but US dollar is going to be devaluing, then investors might think, well, if the US dollar is going to drop down even like another 10% on the Dixie and get closer to 90, then you don't even need to be in European equities. You just need to be outside of the US to make a 10% gain. So it doesn't have to be a recession, but if they do signal recession with these poor labour market, because if people need jobs to spend money, and at the moment, as much as that job number came in good, we're just seeing the continuing jobless claims is rising. Average hourly worked hours is down. Average hourly income is down. Unemployment went down, but labour force participation is down. So you need to get people working, or be super productive like Microsoft, where they're cutting labour force, but they're replacing them with AI, and it's just making their stock just go massive. So we can see the US stocks still do very well, but the US economy could very much slow.
yeah, I wonder what their true unemployment rate is.
Oh, I would.
As we were talking about before in the session,
Yeah.
So it's at 4.1. I just asked ChatGPT, and it estimates 7.7 is really the true figure.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I've heard about
That's interesting, isn't it?
But I think the way that they really struggle to find, like, do they, because ADP is usually far more accurate, this one, but they don't look at that. They look at the BLS, and the BLS being a survey, they use that one. But it's there's huge problems with it, that it just shows, like, these guys don't do it on purpose. That they need to find some way where they can come up with an estimate which can track employment, and they've got to have some sort of criteria that, if you're like, are you so well off that you don't need to work? Are you going to be considered an unemployed person if you already made all your money? Because you're still going to spend it in the economy. So they need to have criteria for everything. So I get why there's no perfect way of predicting it.
Yeah.
Which means, there's just no easy way. Otherwise, they would have it. Okay, so 30 pips on the open. What do you guys? Anyone long? I need to load up my terminal actually. Get ready for a trade.
No, I'm just holding off for the moment.
I'm flat.
What? What's your Aussie doing now? It's coming back a bit, which is good. That 15-minute will be back to oversold now. 30-minute will be coming down. Got our eyes on these levels. Not yet. Waiting to see what happens at Asia High. Cool. Looks like Forex comp still down, so got to stick with Pepperstone. So Asia High has been taken now. So let's see what happens here. So I got a little bit of a consolidation from Friday's Asia session. And we got that gap. So I kind of want to see if price can just create a base here, and then look for us to push up 70 pips. So yeah, I think if we can get oversold on the 1 minutes, come back, maybe just take out this bit. So banana. Oh, there we go. Okay, come on, get oversold. It's at this level. I'm actually interested in this level for a long. Just want that stochastic to confirm. I mean, it could just sell off, you know. But I'm hoping that it can push up to then sell off. So maybe a couple more minutes. At the moment, it's taken this little area where London started. Because if this one can reject and it's pushing up, pushing up, then it's looking like it's going to break, then I could probably get in like that. If it rejects here, starts pushing up to retest these highs. Yeah, man, I'm going to jump in for a buy. I'm in. Target up here. So 9:30.
You in long, Hayden?
Yeah, I am. I want it to get back up to that high pretty quickly. I don't want it to reject from here. Come on, push.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. It's got to break that high. Come on. Alright, it's gonna move my stops to break even. Because if it comes back down, I'll probably get back in. But hopefully, I can just break above now. So at least it's risk free. We're up about 15, 16 pips. Come on, push. Yeah, it's looking good. So it's about 1-to-1 now. So because of Monday, gonna take some profit. I'm a coward. So I've taken some profits. I was risking about 25 pips. It's about 25 pips up. Stops at break even. Now it's see if it can hit my upper target. So I should be able to at least get to another 20 pips higher. And then we get to this gap area, which I'm not really sure how it's going to respond, but I'm assuming that we can push up to to the top of this area, because this area looks pretty good from Thursday. All this like kind of zone. So time is it 8:11? It's 10 minutes in. We've got a fairly easy trade. You guys in?
Just sold.
Oh, you just sold.
Yeah, I took your lead on that.
Oh, you mean you closed?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, I thought you meant you sold, like enter the short.
So where are you thinking of buying back in again, Hayden?
I've got my runner running, so I'm kind of happy just to let this runner run. But if it does, I have to see how it responds, if I can scale in. At the moment, I kind of just want to see the runner continue running, and I wasn't not really sure how I'm considering. If price is up here, how would if I hadn't taken a trade from here, how would I enter if it was up here? And I'd probably be a bit cautious, because I do think ultimately, I mean, my idea for the sell is based on something that is not yet certain. So at the moment, I don't want to predict sells unless I see some problem with but maybe if it does push up and it can break this structure, the way that these candles are formed, this one needs to go higher. But if it does go higher, it's actually left a little zone in here that potentially that could be a re-entry if price does make a new high. Because this is, you got 1 wick candle, it's kind of like stuck here. It's been stuck here for like a number of minutes now. And so this is where it's done like it sort of pushed up, consolidated, pushed, came back, retested London low, and then it pushed, and it looks like it's basing. And if it can push, then it could retest that base and then push. But if this is a rally base drop, then if it collects my runner, then I'll have to just sit tight for a bit. That's why I secured some of the trade to see if we can actually just.
I thought you sold out completely. Okay.
Yeah, no, I've still got a portion running. But once it gets 1-to-1 on a Monday, like I've locked in now. I've locked in about nearly 0.5%. So just a tick under 0.5%. Alright, come on, man, this is looking good. And it was about a 3.5-to-1 if I hadn't scaled out. So because I have scaled, and if it does push up, ultimately, obviously, it's not going to be a 3-to-1 win. But the risk reward of this was pretty good. 5-minute candle. Oh, so look at that 15-minute candle now. It's closed. Nice, strong looking, healthy candle. Got a fair value gap over here, though, bear in mind, on the 15-minute. This here is a fair value gap. So if you haven't secured, I'd probably advise taking something off the table. I mean, you manage how you like, but I would have taken something off there. But now, because we have got this zone, and we are having a pullback here, I think breaking that high could finish the job. Getting a bit overbought on the stocky as well, so oh yeah, it just took my runner.
So you're still looking at buys at Hayden, are you? Just at the lower level, your rectangle here, just below where it is at the moment. Yeah, there.
No, I don't really want to buy from here again if it's coming down. I'll be more interested to see if this is going to continue pushing up. Oh. So if it can sort of hold above this level, and that stochastic can get oversold, like if it can hold it, yeah, that's not looking so good. See if it can reject. But if the stochastic gets oversold and it's still above here, then potential. But I don't like how it's kind of done this. So I'm not ready to detain sells just yet. The far stocky's getting oversold nearly. The blue line's still got a ways to go. Anyway, should have got at least a 1-to-1 already. Never got the follow through, but doesn't mean that follow through at its own won't get hit. Yeah, I'm kind of interested just getting back in here. See if it can push up. If it can push up a bit higher, then I think could probably take another buy to go up. In the 15 minute looks like we'll see though. It's got to deal with this fair value gap over here. This one. Yeah, I mean it's not looking too crash what it's doing here. So I don't know. At the moment, we are in a range as well, so that's the thing about trading up near that top half of the range, like this, like what we've got the last like 4 days, 3 days, all through here. It's yeah. I think we're lucky to get that first one. Not lucky, but I think it was a well executed trade. But I think that first one was very nice. But because it is not the cleanest structure, it could still be low volume. So it's a lot of these like more minor levels can just hold price for a bit longer than we want. But I'll see, Justin. But if we can maintain, stockies getting back oversold. Come on, man, push and break. Push and break. Because we want to see, I really want to see this level hit. If we can push up to here, it'd be great. Come on. Just keep on making a leg higher. I got oversold in the stocky, so it's a potential good chance. Come on, push. What are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking buys. I think it's going to keep going.
Yeah. Hey, Michael, what Michael here? Sorry, Adelaide. You both watching from the same computer? Back in Tassie, aren't you? At the moment. How did the stocks open up? Oh, you don't have them on the laptop. Okay, no problem. Looks like it's delayed here, but looks like the top ones opened up strong and then it looks like the car companies, Siemens, Merck, open up down. Yeah, the last like 25 minutes though, we've just been going sideways. Oh, sorry, not 25 minutes. What is it? 20 minutes. Come on, man. Looks like it's kind of building that pressure. Come on, push, you sucker. What's gold doing? Gold looks like it's had a. When you look at the sessions on gold, this is where it kind of scares you, like how when gold just wants to run, just runs, man. Like look at this, that straight line last week, and now you look at the sessions. You look at like New York, London session, and you really get a feel of like how insignificant London is now in the gold market. It's all about Asia and New York, the green and the blue ones. 30-minute looks strong for German. Simon, what are you talking about?
Yes, mate, that was the one.
Yeah, we've got what 4 minutes left for it to close. I mean, if this 30-minute candle can close above this yellow box, it's looking really good. Just want it to close above. Hey Jim, did you have any thoughts so far on the session candle, Indy?
Sorry, thoughts as in?
Like the levels gained by it? Did you do like any backtesting and stuff on it?
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I know I said to you, I'm going to definitely look at backtesting. I haven't done any of that this weekend. To be honest with you, I haven't turned the PC on this weekend at all.
Did you have... Oh, how was Jurassic Park?
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. It takes a lot for kids to be impressed these days, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's just the usual stuff. Quite entertaining. I'm going to look back on those levels though with that session indie.
Yeah, I was doing a play around with Aussie yen, and it was Aussie yen, I think it was. And I was I went back sometime, and it looked fantastic, man. Like I think it was Aussie yen. Just looking at the daily zones, changing it so that the New York session was the start of the day. But like see like this day. So price shots down and then came up, and then you've got the New York session, and then it falls from here. So just using like that zone, like looking for reactions from that zone, just so good, man. Like price pushes up, we'll double top and then pull back. Like obviously it's not. I'm not trying to get like home runs, of course, but like isn't that a level that just stands out now? Like the session,
Yeah.
Like to me that stands out. And now you've got the price came up to it. You've got I mean, when it does pierce it as well, we know like from a supply demand point of view, New York session pushed down, and then it had follow through, and you've got like obviously the top of that level is the top of the New York session. But if it does break the highs of here as well, it doesn't like even break it that by that much, because all under here is like unfilled orders, this empty space. So you get a fantastic reaction from here, which resulted in about 55, 60 pips for a currency. That's fantastic. And then when it did pop up even higher, like if you look for HCSs or confirmations, like there's even more like good reactions at these levels. So I'm really loving it. Just visually it just makes my life a lot easier. It makes my eyes a lot easier to look for these zones.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you turn everything else off except that candle, it definitely shows up some really interesting zones. So if you turn off, yeah. When you start looking at it like that, you can really see those closes and opens.
Yeah. Yeah, very impressive. So that's why I think this level,
interesting view, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think this level, if they're going to do a rug pull with tariffs, I think it would make a lot of sense to be doing it when price is up here. But it's been a slower start to the session, to this day. Okay, so we're back near the open again. So 50 pips. We've had this open today. What's there? Any headlines? So ECB amount and time of further cut is hard to say. See undershooting 2% risk. So here, trade tensions have resurfaced as investors monitor progress in several countries. Negotiations with the US at the July 9 deadline. All right, so back down here again. All right, was this the sweep? This could be the sweep, guys. This could be it. Because remember last week, twice it happened, where we got Monday and Tuesday it was. Oh, that's right. So here we had price drop from the open, had a little bit of a base, kind of drift for a while, came back up, rejected it. Once we rejected it, down she went on Monday. Tuesday, what we had, same thing, price dropped. We had this like little consolidation, slow period, price came up, rejected, came down she went, then she dropped. Now it's Monday again this week, and what we had, this is, instead of being down though, we were bullish, and price went up. Okay, now it's kind of drifted. Now if we're rejecting this area and we're pushing bullish, then I think there's a good chance we break that high and continue. So 30-minute candles come to a close. 30-minute candle was kind of meh, but now we made a bottom wick. See if we can push up from here to 9:30. Want this one to close. Stocky on the 3 minutes probably got over, not quite oversold, but it looks like a nice rejection candle at the moment. If we can start pushing higher, then I think there's a good chance that we break that high and then continue for one more leg higher. I mean, it would make sense for London to do this, because there would no doubt there'll be people willing to buy up here. So if London buy from here, push price up, they could easily, even if it didn't go much higher, they could buy here and offload it for 50 pips profit. So it makes sense to go up, because there will be buyers up here. And if there are buyers up here, then they can sell into that strength. So it should go higher. You can do whatever it wants, but I would like it to go higher. There we go. Come on. Come on. I mean, it looks, the structure still looks good. It's compressing, but this still looks good. Yeah. Yeah, Friday was a boring session, wasn't it? I was doing this. And eventually, only a couple candles, which were fun. Is anyone actually in cells? Where's the VWAP actually? Let's check that. Yeah, VWAP's still here. Yeah, man, come on.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. Come on. Just needs that last little push over the edge, isn't it? Just to get the momentum going. the longer it accumulates here, the better the breakout will be. But there'll be so great liquidity just sitting there. It's just, that's all I want. 60 pips.
Yes.
No volume, man. Oh, thanks, Jim. Would it be easier if I sent you the list of names again?
Well, I've got a list of all the people I've given access to all the different indicators, but I didn't want to go through and add every single one. So
Is it one by
if
one,
people,
is it?
yeah, you have to do it one by one, and it's quite painful.
Fine.
But if people specifically want it, then let me know and I'll add them in.
Okay. There should be like a to make it easier for you. They should like TradingView should have factored that in.
Yeah, I know. I've looked around for it, but I can't see it. I don't know if you get it on the Pro Expert account. I don't know. But there isn't a quick way of doing it. So between your group and Akshay's, there's probably 100 people that have got access to the various ones.
Mm-hmm.
But if I wanted to add a new indicator and add each person, I have to go through and copy each person's username individually 100 times.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
For each indicator. So yeah, it is a bit painful.
Hi guys, you see Jim's message in the chat for the indicator. So just put your name, DM the name for the session indicator. Not session, you know what I'm talking about. The session is candles indicator. Oh,
yeah, all I need is your TradingView ID.
Yes, that's it, your TradingView ID. So if you go into click on the B and then that name, your TradingView name. So looks like I mean, I don't actually have stats on how quick the move happens in the last 15 minutes of the hour, but we know when the next volume time comes in, and that is shortly after then in the second hour from 9 onwards, we get that move somewhere like 9:15 to 9:30. Where are the MMGs? Tom, are you here? Where's Tom? Tom's not here. Did Tom say he is here and then left? No, he just hasn't been in today. MMG. Where are they? So, oh, look, we've got 3 in the same area, far out. I wonder price is not doing anything. Just shows you, like, when you've got 3 in the same zone, just shows you how crappy the range has been for the last, like, week and a bit. You've got some below price. You've got one from the end of June, 31 of June. I don't think that's correct. So the 1st of July, that should be. But that's ways up here. So what does that line up with? 1st July. Oh, that lines up. Pretty nice level, actually. We've got the New York, the nice little cluster. That's the top of that cluster zone. Actually never went back to that level again. So maybe that's where they sell from today. If tariff stuff comes in. Anyway, the 15 minutes is still looking promising. Like, we kind of had a bit, oh no, so it wasn't an inside candle. But we came back down and we kind of manipulated the low and we pushed up, got a little gap on this 15-minute candle open. So it's still looking promising. Just needs to break out of this little range though. It's been pretty dead for ages now. But slowly picking up some steam. Just need to get above here for once and for all. Stochastic's not really giving anything away, just going sideways. But hopefully it's just coiling, it's just getting ready to break up. Come on, nice strong 1 minute candle. Oh, come on. Just dipped his head up again and just, man, that was so annoying.
If it does this, might it sort of jump up, do you think, in the New York session?
No, we're still early. It's only 48 minutes in. It'll move. It's just because we're sat here. If I close the stream, it'll move.
Of course.
Just because I'm watching it. So the New York session is the one I'm worried about. The New York session is the one where I feel, because Wednesday's the deadline, so there's going to be some, and today is a pretty quiet day in the news front. So there's going to be the unscheduled news. Trump will come out, start talking something. They'll need something to move the markets. So I think the best time for them to do that would be if price is up here, because there will be buyers up here for sure. For sure, there'll be people willing to buy that. So looks like this could just be the accumulation, and then once price does push up, the retail will push it higher, and then that will be where institutions could be selling into that strength if they do think there's going to be some potential issues going on Wednesday or leading up. If they hear any sort of inkling where tariff on Europe will bring it down, for sure. But it makes sense for that to happen above here, because this is where retail will be buying. So while it's consolidating here, this accumulation, as much as we could think nothing's happening, this is accumulation. So when the big boys are accumulating, there will be a move. So there will be a move one way or another. It's just like, is it going to move now for us, which would be very nice, or is it going to wait for Asia to close, for example? Because Asia will be coming to a close in about 30 minutes time, and often that's when price can actually start moving again. If it doesn't move in the next 20 odd minutes, it'll wait for Hong Kong to close.
So why would they do that? What's the significance of waiting for Asia to close?
Because that's when volume comes in. So if you're a hedge fund, if you're a institution, and you're going to wrap up for the day, often you'll bring in a lot of volume to hedge your positions so that you're not exposed to market volatility. So that's a volume.
Yeah. Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that way, the next day you're not exposed to the market. Like whatever happens when you're away from the desk, you're just not exposed. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
It's looking good. Just don't get shy.
Are you in, Hayden, on a buy?
I'm still holding the long, yeah. Like my runner got stopped, but I was enough to get back in on a smaller position.
Yes, come on.
Oh, there we go. We gapped up higher now. Little tiny gap. Can't afford that gap now. Come on, man. Just now you don't want to come back. You just want to go. I mean, it just makes so much sense to push price up, because so many people are waiting for it to go up, and retail will be waiting for confirmation for it to break higher. So there'll be buyers up here, so it has to go up here for those buyers that will buy. And like if you're accumulating down here, you think the range of price that you've accumulated at, whatever it's going to be, whatever your average position would be, knowing that there are going to be buyers above here that will push it higher, right? And then anyone that, even if they were concerned, this is just a short-term play that they can profit from. Like, if it pushes up here, that's like, it's only a small gain overall, but it's still a gain. So it's just got to put up with this crap, man. This sideways. So 30 minute. Looks like the 30 minutes going to be an inside bar. The 1 hour still open. Just got to be patient. Patient, hey. That's the main aim of this game. because this is where it tests everyone's patience here. And they jump out, and then they jump again, buy in again at a higher price. Euro Aussies had a nice little. Oh no, it hasn't. It's only moved 10 pips.
Do you ever use the MACD as an indicator, Hayden?
No, I don't. I try to look at it, but not with stochastic. I try to find like a more mechanical system with the MACD to like measure momentum. I just haven't had enough time to. I think there is a use for a mechanical system with it, but I just haven't had time to really play with it. But I think where people go wrong with MACD, people that use MACD, stochastic, RSI, is that they run on different velocity. So when a lot of people try a line when everything's up, that's your signal, but it just doesn't work like that because MACD, stochastic, and RSI, they all line up, the move's done most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I find it quite useful sometimes for the momentum build in it. But it doesn't always correlate with the stocky too well.
Yeah, it's because the stocky's way faster.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so you need to the stocky will always hit first before the MACD catches up.
Ooh.
Well, we had the first 5 minutes, first 5, 10, 15 minutes was looking good, and then it's literally done nothing since then.
Yeah.
She's going the wrong way, Hayden.
Yeah, she's coming back down to the demand area.
Yeah.
Back down to the open.
So look at these numbers. 436, 346, 356. We compare that with like say this day. Like 776, 532. It's a slow volume, man. Slow as. Looking at 832. Yeah, looking for it to just take that London low because the London started with no bottom wick. We've got that little gap here. So it's potential that if it rejected this area and then pushed up, that's where it could start from. But we're definitely stuck in just a range at the moment. And the hour candle is just about to come to a close.
Mm.
So it's a patience day, isn't it? One of those days you're better off just trusting the idea, win or lose,
Leaving it.
and just walking away. Just let it
Yeah.
be what it's going to be. Because you can see that it's just not really moving. So we'll see though. We're getting closer to Hong Kong close, which is nice. At least we can expect to see some sort of volume come in around that time, that 9:30. Problem is I've got to go before 9:30. And it sucks when I have to like leave a trade really like with an uncertain outcome. And then I'm trying to look after Maddie and trying to check in with the trade all the time. But Monday morning, man, what can we do? At least we got the win at the start. Small little win,
Yeah,
but a win regardless. So at least like whatever happens in here, I'm aiming for this to push up. I think it makes a hell of a lot of sense to push up. It's just when it does it, but I'm pretty confident it will get up here.
What do you think on Aussie and Euro New Zealand at the moment? We missed it to get back in. It's just
well, this is the area that I was interested in. So the 15-minute, you see, like I was saying about, like if it came back down to the bottom area of this yellow,
yeah,
you've got that triple wick area here.
I was right at the bottom of that. Missed it.
Oh, yeah. Well, if it's going to go up from here, it's just because of like how big this move in Asia was that the stop loss can be a bit risky being underneath here. Like if it rejected these highs again, but ultimately I think like if we're going to at least push up to this blue line, then even if you put a small position on, don't be too tight of a stop loss given just where it's like where it's at. But
I'm guessing now.
Play the momentum. The momentum should still continue.
Yeah. So you would say guessing now, then if you missed that, the ideal entry.
Yeah, I mean it's this area is still as close to that support as I would say. Like if it did make a leg higher, it could push down deeper, of course. But I think 1-to-1 up to this blue line is still like I'm expecting to go all the way up to here ultimately. So I think the risk reward for it to get up to here is quite decent. But putting a stop loss anywhere in this Asia session could be a bit risky.
Where would you put your stop loss in? At the bottom of the blue square?
Yeah, I think like underneath here would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so as well. And just jump in now and hope for the best.
Yeah, small position, because if it did come down lower, you can always think, well, beauty. Now it really did come back, and I can actually add a little bit more. And then if it starts pushing up and you start getting momentum, then you can actually add more up higher as well. It could risk be a break-even trade, but then you could sort of hedge your position. If it does pull back, then you can just you can jump out for basic break-even trade. So because it's not ideal entry, I think now the position size you should reduce it because the entry location is not as good as it was when I posted that.
Down. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, then that's good.
Looks like we're pushing again.
Good. Something like that.
Come on, man. It's just teasing us. But how about I step away for a minute because that worked last week. I'll be back in a minute or two. Okay. still ranging. Man, this is the longest, tightest crap we've had to go through in quite a while. Like we've ranged before, but not like this for a while. I mean, even this day, at least like it ranged, but it's still moving. This one here, like it ranged for a little bit, dropped down. This one here, like it sort of just grinded. This one here, these are ranged in a, like, it's a pretty wild range. But today we've really just gone sideways.
Fuck.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just breaking out. Okay, let's see if the London low can hold. OPEC will likely approve another output increase around 550,000. So some news, at least. Oil news.
Is it enough to drive the oil price down?
Don't know. Depends on demand. But they've been saying this as well, like approving output increase. But then they, like when it comes time to do it, they haven't been doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, well at least we've got some movement here. So at least this candle's decided to break out one way or another. The wrong way, but we have got this little gap here. It's concerning though how long it consolidated up here. That's what concerns me.
Oh, fuck.
Crude's basically been consolidating since the about the 24th of June, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Oh, what? Which one? The German.
WTI crude.
Oh, crude.
It's just been. I just looked it up real quick. Yeah, it's just really been consolidating, just sideways.
On the 4 hour.
Yeah.
On the 4 hours.
Oh,
had a bit of a breakout. Looks like it's got a floor though. The 66. Ah, come on. Okay. We took London low now, which is a concern. So did London push up, consolidate? This is the thing. I'd be a little bit worried, given the crappy price action we've had. Like, look at this. since Tuesday last week, so nearly a week of range, and we are near the top end of the range. I would be a bit concerned if it, like, I'm not sure if these levels would hold, given that we've got a gap here as well. So London could easily fill that. So it's not a very easy read right now. But if this is a rejection, I'm not sure if this is going to be rejection, but if it did, and it was breaking the highs, then just the momentum from breaking these highs will take it up there. So I'm going to put an alert up here as well. I'm not expecting home runs today, but I think at least just going between these two levels, like if you took a stop limit where price, if it broke up above here, then I think that would be a very sound idea. Like between those two levels, just the momentum alone would take it higher. But this is make or break now for this guy. Now it's broken out of the range. Here is this just now the retest, or is this like a stopper candle? So we'll see, is it truly going to create some bearish structure and stay underneath this range that broke out, do a retest, come back down, or are we going to actually push quite a bit higher? Is anyone interested in sells now that it broke out of the range?
No, I can't anyway, because I've got a higher time frame buy on it, and this broker doesn't let me do both.
Oh, you might be able to hedge, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the price action with this coming down here, pushing above there, that's like, that failed. Like if it failed to break out, that failure to break out would lead to opportunity to this side if it did push up here. Or is it just going to be consolidated, we broke down, and we just do a simple retest and down should go, keeps on going, because there's liquidity sat underneath here. So it's a bit 50-50, right, what to do right here. So I'm kind of waiting just to see if we can keep pushing up, but man, it's got to do it soon because my time's running short here. But this bastard, man, just wasted so much of our time in this zone. If Maddie was calm, it'd be fine. I could stay here. But I can already hear she's hassling Sarah, so it means I'm going to have to take her over soon. Come on, just push up. Just be like a longer hour wick came down, collected the no wick candle. This hour candle can keep on pushing. Were there any inside bars? We did have an inside bar. This red candle was an inside bar on the 45-minute. 30-minute is an inside bar as well. So we've taken the low, took the London low. If we're manipulating the low here, yeah, man, it looks good for the buys. If this candle could close strong, the buys would be looking good. But if this 30-minute candle closes weak, then just kind of stuck in this really shitty area. So don't put much size on. Terrible price action to start the week, isn't it?
Monday's often a bit funny anyway, isn't it?
No, not really. It's been a while since we had
Yeah?
something like this. I think it's just the like this is a seasonally quieter period with like summer holidays in the northern hemisphere. A lot of hedge funds sort of just hedge up their positions and go on holiday. The liquidity could be quite thin. Starts with like July 4 holiday. They have a long weekend. Well, it's not always on a Friday, July 4, but July is like summer holidays. A lot of people go away, hedge fund managers included.
Isn't July a pretty good month though for the markets?
Yeah,
Usually.
yeah. It is. It is. It's one of the strongest ones actually. I think July and then November are the two strongest ones.
Yeah. So when are you saying they go away? In
They have
start of July.
well, there was seasonally July, like the summer holidays, the summer months in northern hemisphere are lower volume. So you start seeing that actual like traded volume pick up in from like September onwards. But when you've got such like if you've got lower volume, it doesn't take as much to move. So you still get moves. I'm not saying like it's going to be like dead like this all the time. But I mean, we haven't like this. It's just the first hour of the week, so it's just kind of sucks when we sat here watching it. I mean, there's been a couple of times when there's been a couple of times when we've had days like this or like hours like this, but they were thankfully there were days like look at this like last week when Maddie was really hard that I couldn't be sat here watching it, so I just don't really just like this is actually a similar range. Wednesday last week when it went 1 hour, 2, 3, 4 hours for German 40 when it was sat in a 43 pip range for 4 hours. And then today we're 1 hour in, but maybe this is going to be something similar. We were sat here for 4 hours in like a 40-50 pip range, which would be about the same size as this. It's just maybe it just continues doing this now until we get New York session, because I mean I keep saying it, but like up here would be an easy place to sell into that if you're an institution, because people will be buying this breakout. But then there's also probably people that are just a little bit concerned about putting on any big bets with the potential for tariff news in the next couple of days.
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
Oh yeah, Forex.com's working again. It's got to fill in some of these candles. Come on, man. Let's see. Let's see if we can just push. I mean, it'd be so easy for just a little play for them just to push it up here. Just a little bit of profit. Oh man, but boring all day here. So I'm gonna have to go, guys. Unfortunately. I'm just going to have to let this one play out without me. Hopefully it starts moving as soon as I close the stream.
Thanks for today, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, cheers, Hayden.
Yeah, apologies about the price action. It sucks. But hopefully not every day.
It's not your fault.
Yeah. So, sometimes when I watch it, though, it does this. So I could have just ended the stream early to get it moving. So hopefully it pushes. I'd be very interested for it to keep on pushing up to 923,930. I would like that. But it did take the London low, just extend it. So now London low's got a wick. And if this 30-minute could close bullish, then that would be a manipulation from underneath this inside candle. So that could be positive. Just needs to close strong so we can fill this area. At least the top of this zone, I think. I think it makes sense to go at least 900, 23,900. But we'll see, man. It's been slow as hell, so I'm done watching this, and then Maddie's going to take all my attention now. So I'll check in. Hopefully, I'll check in like 15 minutes. When I close it, usually moves. Okay, because we've got Hong Kong closed now, so maybe we get that little bit of volume that we need. All right.
Cheers, Hayden. Thanks.
Cool. All right.
Thanks, mate.
I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, London Open, usual time.
Yeah.
Okay, take care.
Thanks, Hayden.
See ya.